What is going on, guys? This is your boy K-Mac, and I have been wanting to do this series for the longest time, and I've been having so many troubles with my emulator, with my screen capture device, and all kinds of garbage. And I wanted to bring this to you guys for the longest time. And what this is called a Pokemon Nuzlocke run. Now, if you are not familiar with what a Nuzlocke run or a Nuzlocke challenge is, it has three basic rules. Now, rule one is that you can only catch one Pokemon per area, and an area is like a new route, a new city, a new town, a new building, a new cave, anything like that. You can only catch the first Pokemon that you see. If it's a Rattata, you have to catch it. Otherwise, you're fucked. You got nothing else. That's basically all you get. You get the first one, and the first one only. If you kill it, you can't catch anything else, and that's it. Second rule is that if any Pokemon in your party dies or faints, it is dead to you forever. You cannot reuse that Pokemon. It gets one life, pretty much. And if you run out of lives, you're shit out of luck. You got to restart over with shittier Pokemon. And the third rule, which I think is a kind of a fun rule, and you guys will probably enjoy during this series, is that you must nickname all of your Pokemon, and I find this to be very, very funny. You'll see later on in this video. I don't want to give it away just yet, but I want you guys to guess as to what theme, I guess you could call it, or what TV show my characters' names are based off of. Let's see if you guys can guess it. I'm sure you guys can by the time I catch my second or third Pokemon. I bet you guys can guess it. It's a very popular show, one of my all-time favorites, one of the greatest shows ever made, and oh, I love that show. But anyway, let's jump right into this. As you guys can see, I picked Charmander. Now, Charmander is one of the all-time greatest time Pokemon, and he is my favorite starter of the crew, and I am stoked. I am stoked. As you guys see, we are playing Fire Red, which is a remake of the original Red and Blue versions, which I grew up on. Of course, you guys know I am a 90s kid, and those were my childhood. Basically, I've put thousands and thousands of hours into those games. I still have my original Game Boy. I have my Game Boy, the original one. I have my Game Boy Color, my Game Boy Advance. I have my Game Boy SP, and I just recently bought a 2DS and played Pokemon X and Y. And I'm gonna make some more videos of those. Those were fun videos. But as you see here, I see this Pidgey. I don't have any Pokeballs yet, so therefore this route is ineligible to catch any Pokemon. And I'll have to wait till I get to the next route to pick up some Pokemon. And we'll have fun with this. I do want to warn you guys, there are parts of this where I have to quote-unquote grind up levels, just because I do have to level up my Pokemon to a point where they are so overpowered that they cannot possibly die, because if one of my main Pokemon dies, if my Charmander dies, I'm fucked. I am shit out of luck, and I'm going to fail this, so I'm going to grind him, and I might cut parts of this video out, but I assure you, if anybody dies while I'm grinding, I will not bullshit with you guys. I'm not here to I'm not here to fake this shit. I'm not here to, fake it. I'm here to win this. And I've tried many Nuzlocke challenges before, but I've always got sidetracked. I've never finished one. But this one, I really want to see through. I want to beat the Pokemon League without, I guess you can have party members die, but I want to beat the Pokemon League with, without my Charmander ever dying. That'd be cool. I think that'd be cool. So right now, if you guys could go ahead and hit that like button, I'd be very much appreciated. I know I'm asking pretty early in this video. This video is going to be about 20 minutes long. But I would love for you guys' feedback. I want to know what you guys think about a Nuzlocke run or a challenge. I want to know if you guys want to see more of these, because like I said, I'm going to be putting these out 2 times a week. I think I'm going to aim for 2 videos of this a week. Usually I'll try and get 1 badge or something along the lines. I probably keep these videos around 20 minutes. And as you guys can see, I am playing in like super speed. It's on an emulator. I play on I believe it's called Visual Boy Advance on Mac, and I got all my stuff from Cool ROM. So if you guys want to play these Pokemon games too, or even any Game Boy Advance or Game Boy Color game from back in the day, I guarantee they have a ROM over on Cool ROMs. I'll go ahead and leave a link in the description so you guys can go check that out. It's free, it's fun, it's awesome, it's super easy to install on Windows and Mac, and I highly recommend this program. It's very awesome, and I enjoy the shit out of it. Now, what are my plans? What are my plans for beating Brock? Now, beating Brock, as everyone knows, he is Rock type. I believe he has a Geodude and an Onix. I think like level maybe 10 and 12, I believe. Something along those lines. I'm not quite sure on the leveling. But basically, my plans for him, in this generation, there are Steel type moves. There are Dark type moves. It's not like the original generation. So Charmander actually learns Metal Claw, which is very, very useful in the early goings of this game, because Steel type is super effective against the Rock type. And that's basically my plan. I basically plan on leveling up my Charmander into a Charmeleon, getting him high enough level where he can just take a couple hits, because Rock type moves are super effective against Fire type Fire Pokemon. So I hopefully can make it through there unscathed. But it shouldn't be no problem. I've done it 1,000 times. You get him up to like level 20-ish, and he should be able to just mow down through anybody. Pokemon-wise, you know, you never know what you're going to get in the Nuzlocke run. We're going to head over to this route right here and see what we can get, see what we can pull out of this grass. Hopefully, I know Mankeys are in here sometimes. We'll see what we get. Okay, it's looking like a Rattata. Now, not the greatest Pokemon ever, but, you know, if it learns, you know, certain moves, I know Hyper Fang, Quick Attack's very useful. It's very fast Pokemon. You can get very fast moves out of it, like Quick Attack and Hyper Fang. Very effective. Raticate's cool. I mean, it's a good party member to have. I mean, level 4, not the worst, but not the best either. You can level him up. I'm pretty happy about this. Now this nickname is going to give this away to many people. If you've ever seen this show I'm talking about, you will know this nickname more than likely. And he's one of my favorite characters in this show. And he's not a main character, but he's a funny character, and I enjoy when he's in the show. So we're gonna call, even though it's a girl, I know it's a girl, I'm gonna get a lot of shit for that, but we're gonna call this Rattata Skinny Pete. And yeah, we're gonna roll with that. So let's go ahead and see what else we can do. Probably go heal up here. Like I said, if you lose anybody in this run for any reason, they're basically, you put them in a PC box and they're untouchable for the rest of the game. It makes it so much harder. It makes it challenging. Like I said, I've probably beaten this game 50, 100, 150 times. God knows how many times I've beaten this game. But adding something like this to it adds a replayability. Can't talk. But anyway, it adds to it, and it makes it so much. It makes it challenging. It makes it fun again. But nothing like the first time you ever played it. I remember the first time I ever played Pokemon. I had a Pokemon Yellow version. I asked for it for Christmas when I was probably 5 years old, and I couldn't even read at the time. I couldn't read the text. I had no idea. I couldn't get past Oak's parcel because I couldn't read. I had to call my best friend Tyler, who could read, and ask him how do I do this, because he had Pokemon for a couple months already. He was way ahead of me, and I was just so pumped. And this year we're heading to Viridian Forest, and it would be. I know that in this generation, Pikachus are probably a 15 to 20% catch rate, probably even less, a little rare, but you can catch them in here. I'd be so pumped if we can somehow, luckily, pull a Pikachu, an electric type, out of the Viridian Forest. That'd be awesome. I know other than that, you can catch like Caterpie, Weedle, Metapod, and Kakuna, but we'll see what we get here. Oh, it's looking like a Metapod. Metapod, hardened. He used hardened, but his dick was soft. The classic meme. It's not the best Pokemon, and I would much rather it be a Caterpie because they level up faster and they learn Tackle. But it's alright. I feel like if he can stay alive for the long run, I maybe will be able to do something with him in the form of Butterfree. The Confusion, Psychic type moves can come in handy. But they are delicate. They are very, very delicate. They're weak to lots of things. We'll go ahead and call him Mike. If you guys have not guessed it already, the show I am referring to is, of course, Breaking Bad. One of my favorite shows. The series just ended. It was mind-blowing. Love that show. Anyway, we're getting back to what I was talking about. Butterfree and all these bug Pokemon really in the first part of the game are very susceptible. They're weak to all kinds of things. They're weak to Psychic. They're weak to fire. They're weak to ice. They're weak to rock. They're weak to lots of things. Not to say that they can't be powerful Pokemon in the long run. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is they're very easy to get one-shot killed. If you come up with somebody with a fire type Pokemon, they can get one shot with one Ember. And in this, when you're playing a Nuzlocke run, that's it. You only get one shot, and he can be done. So we'll keep him in. See, there's the Pikachu. There's the Pikachu I wanted. That would have been nice. It would have been nice, especially when you're going after Misty, the second badge. It would have been super helpful. The electric type move is exactly what I was looking for. But I have a plan for Misty when we get there. Even though, like I said, I took Charmander and it's obviously weak to water. But I have a plan. You'll see that later on. Maybe not in this video, but maybe in the next. Who knows? We'll see how far we get into this one. But as you can see here, like I said, I'm just grinding up Jesse here. I really wish I got Pikachu. Goddamn, now they're all over the place. But I'm going to try and grind up my Pokemon as much as possible just to get them so leveled up that they cannot possibly die. That is the best thing you can do in a Nuzlocke run, and I highly suggest that you guys try this. If you guys have never tried a Nuzlocke run, it's very fun. I've done a few of them, like I said. I've never finished one. I've always got sidetracked, or my save file on my ROM was always deleted or corrupted or something along those lines. But I got all those issues worked out, and I do plan on finishing this one for you guys. So I really hope you guys stick around. I really hope you guys enjoy these series. I love making these kind of things for you, and I really enjoyed making the layout for this one. I know it's kind of sketchy Photoshop and not totally high-end, but I hope you guys enjoyed that. It took me a little bit of work here, but let's go ahead and take on our nemesis, who I went ahead and named Gus after Gustavo Fring from the Breaking Bad. If you guys have never seen Breaking Bad, it's not going to be funny. I'm sorry. If you've never seen Breaking Bad, you're not going to get the jokes. I'm going to make these jokes throughout the entire game, through the entire play. But if you have seen Breaking Bad, then you'll probably get it. You'll probably get a kick out of it like I do. Gus was probably one of the bad guys in that, and he died in a really climactic way in like in season 5, I believe it was 4 or 5. In the ending of that, they blew him up. Oh god, that ending was so awesome. But anyway, getting back here, you see, I'm just gonna kick his ass right here. I'm gonna kick Gus's or Green's or Gary, whoever you want to call him. I'll probably interchange those names a bunch. But he's a total cocksucker. He's all cocky and shit. Blah blah blah. Pokemon League. Durkadur. Fucking hate him. He's such a cocksucker. Even like, especially in the anime. If you guys have ever seen the original anime, total cocksucker. But as you see here, I was going to just grind out some levels, so I went ahead and skipped ahead just a little bit. I didn't. Well, you guys weren't missing much. If I ever skip ahead or skip something, I guarantee it's just me going through and squishing level 4 Caterpies over and over and over and over. And to keep this video from becoming, oh, I found the hidden item right there. I remember all the hidden items in this game. It's crazy. But anyway, if I ever cut anything out, I guarantee it's just me grinding. And it's me grinding for levels and trying to level up. And it's just trying to keep this video under 20 minutes for you guys. Because I know you guys are busy people and you don't have all day to sit around watching me play video games, let alone playing video games. So I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. So I will go ahead and cut the boring parts out as much as possible. But like I said, if anybody dies while I'm grinding, I'm not going to bullshit you guys. I'm going to, if they die, they die. If they die when I'm grinding, I'll tell you guys after I cut it back in. I won't bullshit with you guys. I'm trying this. There's really no point in doing this if you're going to cheat. So it's all self-imposed rules. So if you're going to cheat, don't even bother doing it, in my opinion. But as you see here, I am almost to level 16 with Jesse, which is obviously where Charmander evolves into Charmeleon. And we are going to be almost to that threshold where I can go take on Brock with just Jesse alone. I have not done any grinding with any of my other Pokemon. Like I have the Metapod and the Rattata, Mike and Skinny Pete. I have not grinded with them at all. I don't really plan to at all, really, until at least Mount Moon area. Maybe I'll get to them. I have a plan. I always do this. You'll see later on. I don't plan on grinding with those two that much. I plan on grinding with somebody else that I know that I can get for sure, and you'll see that later on in this video or maybe the next video. But man, these Pikachus are everywhere now. Where the hell was this? Where was this when I needed you? Well, fuck you, Pikachu. Anyway, as you see here, Jesse is level 16 and finally getting that evolve status, getting that next level, going up to the second round of his evolutions, which I really enjoy. Charmeleon is awesome. His stats are so much higher, and he's really cool. Got a really cool looking sprite in this generation. I really enjoy this remake of the original games. And I heard, this is not confirmed yet, but I heard that Nintendo is going to do a remake of Pokemon Emerald for the 3DS, and that could be cool. I can get into that. I never played Emerald. I did have Ruby and Sapphire, but I never got Emerald, and I would be excited for that. I really would be. I'm really looking forward to playing Heart Silver and Heart Gold, or whatever it was, Soul Silver and Heart Gold. I do have all these original games. I actually have the original Red, Blue, Yellow, Silver, Gold, Crystal, Sapphire, Ruby, and I think that's it. I had all those original ones. I had them. After that, I kind of got out of Pokemon for a long time, and I just got back into it, like within the last month or so. But let's see here, we're trying to catch this Pidgey. This is the second round. This is Route 2, so this is a new area. I can catch this Pidgey, but he's being a total dick not getting into this Pokeball. He's level 2. You think he'd just get right in that Pokeball? Alright, finally got him. Now this Pidgey is a girl, and going with the Breaking Bad theme, what better name to go with than Skylar, or Skeisenberg as I like to call her, the, of course, Walter White's wife and one of the main characters on that show. But we're going to go ahead and cut into, I did some more grinding, and I beat that trainer there, but we're going to go ahead and cut right into this battle with Brock. Now, like I said, I've done some grinding, and the stuff you didn't see, I cut all that out. I was just basically in the Viridian Forest, you know, embering bug type Pokemon. But here we go. Let's take on Brock. Now, like I said, he had a Geodude, level 12, and like I said, this shouldn't be too hard at all. With the Metal Collar right there, takes him down. Now, the one thing I am afraid against is Onyx Note's Rock Tomb, which is super effective and lower speed, so we might be able to move. Ooh, I missed. Oh, this could be epic. This could be bad. This could be. Oh, he used Bind though. Like, I'm all right with him using Bind as long as he doesn't use Rock Tomb. I should be okay. Oh man, one Bind. Ooh, if he used Bind or not, I mean Rock Tomb, I'd be done. Ooh, he's being a total noob right there. Oh, if he had just used Rock Tomb, I would have been done for. I would have been SOL. But Brock is a nooblet, and I kicked his ass taking the Bulger badge. Got really lucky there that he did not feel like using the super effective move that would be the obvious choice against my Charmeleon. But if he wants to be a frosted noob cake, then let him go ahead and be. But that is it for this episode of Pokemon, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, hit that like button and subscribe for more of these videos in your sub box. Doing them 2 times a week, probably Tuesday, Thursdays. And as always, guys, game the fuck on. Peace out. Thank you guys so much for sticking around this long in the video. If you guys have made it this far in the video, I really appreciate it. You guys watching it and taking the time to like these videos. As always, there's a secret word, and this secret word is truth. So go ahead and type that in the comments, and I know you guys made it this far in the video. Peace out, guys.